All right, what's going on, people? This is our attempt at trying to do a Street Fighter Five themed podcast. It was like a little bit of an idea I had. I don't really think as far as I know, there's no like Street Fighter only theme podcast. I mean, I guess Event Hubs covers a lot of Street Fighter, but they don't only do it; they do other stuff too. But uh, and it's gonna be or I guess the plan for this is once the season gets close to or starts, it's gonna be CPT themed. So I guess with that little bit of introduction, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. It's your boy Magnegro. You know what I'm saying? The uh, the leader of the Durag Dynasty, and got my
Leader,
co-host. What?
leader.
They are the leader. What? What?
What?
Is that not true?
We didn't say anything about leaders.
Oh, I mean, I was the one who started it, so I mean, I don't see what
I
the problem
mean,
is.
look, I ain't no follower. All right, I'm no follower. But everyone, this is 4-H Tim.
What up?
Uh,
What up?
you
This is
know,
the co-driver, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
Sometimes there might be a third. We don't know yet.
yeah, we don't know. This literally is a test run. So we're gonna do this, or we plan to do this leading, for the weeks leading up to CPT. Just kind of fill it out, see how it goes, and then we'll adjust accordingly based on the feedback we get. So anyway, kind of gives you an idea of what we're going for here. So start out. I guess let's go ahead and talk about season 5 of Street Fighter 5 on the eve of the release of Champion Edition. So guess I'll start. How you feeling about the game so far, man? We're a little bit over not two, excuse me, like a month in, right? So
Yeah, we're a month in. Uh, I hate it.
you hate it. Why?
I hate it right now. I don't know. I don't know.
You can't even give me a reason why you hate it.
Like, and I think it's more just some of the changes to Birdie. But I mean, I think overall it seems balanced right now. It seems like everybody has something. There are a few characters that are kind of standing out to me
You feel
that
like
were
that?
like, yeah, I mean, there are a few characters I think they're standing out in terms of like who are like at the bottom of the barrel, just bad, but they may have some potential now. So I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's solid, I guess, right now. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't.
Maybe
I feel like this has been the best job they've done at compressing the tiers. Obviously, there's outliers, the characters that are markedly better than other characters, but if you look at it, I feel like the difference between a top tier character in this game and like maybe your not say, we won't say bottom three, but like maybe your bottom half of the cast, it's a lot closer now. You know,
yeah,
um, so I think that's probably the best thing they've done for the game so far. I mean, obviously, everybody can't be great and viable, right? I feel like every character in this game can win. You're gonna like on a good day,
on a
on
good
the
day.
right bracket, they can win. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of factors here.
I I wouldn't say Alex can win, but
Hey, look, if he
you
gets
know,
the right bracket, you know what I'm saying?
what against what matchup? You
Hey,
know,
look, if you don't run into any Rashids, you don't run into any Abigails, you know, no Zekus, you know,
oh yeah, true, true.
it's a possibility. Um, but yeah, I mean, so far I've really been enjoying the season, and I guess the other thing too is if you kind of compare, I guess how me and you have been like so this season. I mean, I've still been playing a lot of Birdie, but I've also been like dipping, like trying to mess around with other characters too. So like, I think it's to me this has felt like the most fun season as far as I feel like there's all the characters have a lot of fun stuff. Characters got a lot of cool buffs. So like I've been really wanting to just try out a lot of characters now. Like a lot of characters seem
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I think the addition with the different V skills
Hmm.
also made some of the characters for me like more appealing to play.
Yeah.
Like when I think about characters like Abigail having a tire, or I like liking Bison's like his teleport, even though it's like plus, but it's like you can still like punish it or whatever.
Yeah.
Abuki's Caltrops. Um, what else? Oh my goodness gracious! I had like a character in mind. Oh, Fox. The little bubble, like
Yeah.
energy orb she puts there. I think that was like pretty cool. Like V skill. Like everybody has something cool, right? Birdie has his useless V skill too.
Hey, look,
like,
man. Somebody is gonna figure something out with that eventually, and they're gonna prove us
like
all wrong.
like I watched the replay with a trash box against like this ultimate grandmaster Guile, and he
Oh, I saw
literally
you
played
posted
that
that.
V.
I didn't even
Yeah,
look at it yet.
yeah, yeah. I posted that, and like he tried and just did not work. Like so, he just basically used the V skill just to build a V meter, and that was it. But but it looks cool though. He's blowing a bubble.
Yeah, when I
But
saw
yeah, man.
when they showed that, I was like, "Yo, this is the best V skill 2 in the game." Like, just like presentation wise, right? I'm not
yeah,
even
yeah,
talking about use. It's just like, my man gets a bubble. Like that's pretty sick. But yeah, it unfortunately it hasn't turned out into anything useful as of yet. But hey, I mean, there's still time. So um,
yeah,
I want to keep my want to reserve judgment for right now. I guess we'll go ahead and start with some of the tournaments so far this year. I mean, we already had what was the first tournament for CE? It was, I guess, if you count the
yeah.
Red Bull
KIT.
Kumite.
Oh yeah, Rebel Kumite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that was last year. But so I guess we're gonna focus on like just this year. But KIT was the first North American CE tournament, or I guess season 5 tournament. I need to see. That's the thing. I'm messing myself up. I want to say CE, but like CE really isn't out yet. CE comes out in
yeah.
February 14th. So we'll just call it season
Season
5.
5.
KIT was the first North American season 5 tournament, and looking back at the top 8 of that, I feel like as far as character represent, actually, we'll start it off like I feel like if you
Yeah.
looked at who was at the tournament and who was attending it and top 8 makes sense for the most part, right? Do you feel
Yeah.
like there's anybody who didn't make top 8 that you felt like probably would have got in there?
Um, I thought Splash not making it in was one. Um, Nigel, Nigel.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
because Nigel did get he got first last year.
yeah. Art. Art didn't make it into top 8 as well.
Yeah, that was another one too.
So, but Squall. Ever since I've been going to KIT for the past 3 years, Squall's always been in top 8. You've always been in top 8. Dr. African finally broke and made top 8. Dual Kevin didn't make it at Fools last year, and he made top 8 this year.
Yeah,
Ramasama was there. Dap was a surprise. He's definitely been improving.
yeah. I
You
think
know,
that
it's,
was like probably the biggest surprise for me. That getting top 8 winners.
yeah, and
I'm
almost being Neon too. Like
oh
not
gosh,
winners,
he actually
top
had
8.
that.
Yeah,
I think I think the nerves just got to him, but it was nice to see that that he kind of he's starting to develop now. He's
yeah.
starting to get a little bit more consistent at the game, so it's cool to
I
see.
mean, yeah. Um, this being Neon's first KIT,
Yep.
and batting 100, right?
Yeah, he got
So
one before I did, so he got, he got that he's got that on me.
and
So
you are forever fourth place. The
clearly,
Southeast is Mike Ross. So
clearly,
yeah,
man, and going into the tournament, like, so I was just telling myself like, all right, don't set any you know any goals for yourself, right? Like, obviously I want to win, but I don't want to tell myself, well, you got to improve. You got fourth last year. You got to win it this time. So I went in it just like, all right, I'm just gonna play. I definitely felt like I had a good shot, but you know how it is, man. Sometimes you just don't play up to the level you're capable of. So.
no, this is true. You can say this. You can say the same for some players, but yeah, this is a true thing. But hey, man, this year's your year. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we gonna try and cook.
Hey, you know,
Um,
but
but yeah, I
they
think
get
the.
past.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying to get past that now, but yeah, I think the character representation for top 8 was uh well, we have Bison, two Rashids, Nikali, Colleen, Kage, Okuma with Tega. especially with him getting second place. Um, Cammy, who I think she benefited the most. I don't think she benefited the most of of all the characters who got nerfed. Oh yeah, who all yeah. I guess she got the benefit the most of all the characters who got nerfed and everything.
Well, she didn't
Cause
really
she,
get anything drastic, right? And
yeah,
but she didn't
yeah.
get nerfed. So it was like, and I think she only got stun buff. I want to say she didn't get a health buff.
No, I don't think she got a health buff. No.
I want to say it was just stun. So yeah, I mean, well, she definitely didn't get hurt, and she only benefited from the top tiers getting nerfed. But I feel like she's kind of around the same level. But yeah, I guess so. Looking back on Neon's performance, do you think this is? And I guess maybe we're it might be like foreshadowing the next event after this. But do you think that Neon's performance at KIT can be indicative of the rest of the year, or do you think it was just kind of like I feel like he's always had the potential to do well, but it's just kind of like I don't know for whatever reason. I don't know if it's nerves some days or if it's just whatever outside the game stuff just messes him up. But I feel like he's always a threat when you see him in a bracket, but it never really turns out into tournament wins for the most part, right? He makes a deep run here or there, but I don't think
Yeah,
he's surpassed that top 8 performance at final round yet.
yeah, and like he always starts off the year always strong. I think like he always starts out strong, and then I don't know, but yeah, like you said, foreshadowing for the next event he attends, like 2 weeks later. Um, uh, well, no, we'll see. He has someone backing him now, right?
Yeah, he's got a
And
sponsor
on it,
now, so
and I believe on that team it's him, Joey, and Nigel
yes,
for the throne. So hopefully,
solid squad.
yeah, and hopefully we see more Neon out there, and Joey as well, and Nigel. Nigel made some splashes last year too, especially when he went to the
Went
Cali,
to
potted everybody.
went and beat up on all the NorCal boys.
Yeah, so
It was definitely entertaining. Oh, I guess just to be fair, we didn't even read the results, but Neon got first, Tega got second, Squall got third, Magnegro at fourth, Ramasama and Dat Vip tied for fifth,
fluke.
and Dr. African and Dual Kevin tied for sixth. That's your top 8 of KIT. So yeah, moving on. So a couple weeks later, we had Frosty Faustings, which was this past weekend. And Frosty is usually like to me, it's one of my favorite tournaments to watch because I feel like everybody. It's a this and KIT share the same thing. It's the heat check of the season, right? You go there, you see how you doing, you see how the patch is hitting. You try and see if you need to change characters, maybe need to start counterpicking matchups. Basically, you're trying to see how you're doing for the season. So it's
Yeah,
always good for that. And even though they don't necessarily treat it like a main event, because
I
polls didn't
mean,
get streamed this year. Oh, or they,
well, I
they
mean,
didn't get streamed last year either.
it's
I forgot.
it's mainly it's an anime.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
mostly an anime event, and Street Fighter's kind of like the side event, which is a little weird. Coming from when you're used to seeing Street Fighter as like the main event of like every single tournament, but yeah,
I get it.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? CPT ain't started yet. But we know what's gonna happen once that starts up. Looking back at that, man, it was an interesting top 24, man. Like I feel like there was so I'm kind of familiar with most of the Midwest, but there was definitely some people in there I had no idea who these people were. Um, but what do we have? Kind of go back. Well, we'll start with just who was in top 8. So top 8 was Joey took the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Newly sponsored by Dethrone Joey, aka formerly known as Mojo, took the tournament. Just a Kid got second. Arturo got third. Diddy Mokov got fourth. Brian F and GLB. Shout out to the homie GLB. Both tied for fifth. And FGC Carlos, also the homie, and Rob TV, also the homie. Good stuff. And yeah, man, like the thing that just kind of messed me up the most at this tournament, bro, there was 2 Sims in top 8. 2 Sims.
I mean, they're not just any Sims, right? I
No,
mean,
well, yeah, they're obviously
you
the
know,
the best, the
yeah,
considered some of the best Sims in the world, right?
yeah, you
But
know,
bruh, two Sims, two
you
Sims.
know, just hey, did he will call for formal Capcom Cup contender, right?
Yeah.
Um, was it Capcom Cup 2017?
Yeah, I think 20. Yeah, that was the year that Minna was in Capcom Cup. Yeah, it was 2017.
Yeah, so it's 2017. You know, Art has been playing the character since day one. The first Diamond player for CFN. You know,
That was when my man was on that CFN grind.
yeah, everybody used to be on that grind. Um, not anymore. But yeah.
That's man,
Then
it's. I feel like it was going back and looking at it. It was a lot of lucky breaks, man. To be honest, because like if you look at the draw, man, so Arturo had to play Ryan in top eight. I want to say that was his first match on winners, and like that was in top 24, and
yeah,
that's not even like a good matchup for. I don't think that's a good matchup for Sim. I think the only Sim that has ever said they like it was Thank Diaz, and that's it. Generally, I felt like that was kind of a bad matchup for them, but hey, man, Brian, he looked a little lost, man. He
yeah. And then
not.
then Diddy Mokov had to play Rob TV.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But
Yeah,
see, that's the thing though. I think that matchup definitely got better for Sim now. He had to fight Diddy Mokov, and the other thing with Diddy Mokov, man, he's been using V skill 2, which I think is bad. But
really.
yeah, I think V skill
I
2 is
I
pretty
think
bad.
it's one of those view skills in the game where I think it helps out the character having like two view skills like that. I think it's solid. I think
Well,
having the bouncing fireball helps, and that was
eh,
also two hits too. So
it's like so we talked about it in the sim chat, and it's like it's one of those things where it only helps him in matchups where he's already winning. It doesn't address any issues that he already has, and then you give up so much. Like one of the things when I watched GLB versus Diddy Mokov, if you think about the Sim Ryu matchup, once he doesn't have V skill 1 with the float, like neutral's way easier because now he doesn't have the thing that made float so good is you just float over fireballs, you float over is you're floating above their head, you cover this huge angle, and like you give that up when you have V skill 2 for like a little bit of a better fireball, but like it's not it's not a huge thing, right? And like GLB had a lot of opportunities where he could have punished Diddy Mokov going for the V skill 2 stock, but it's still early, so it just he wasn't familiar with it, wasn't able to capitalize on stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'm sure Diddy Mokov is, he's kind of stubborn. He's gonna keep picking it, but I think players are gonna get a lot better at sniffing out these V skill 2 stocks, and you'll probably see it being a lot less effective. Uh
I thought the Brian F. Carlos match was really good. Carlos dropping like a game-winning combo, and then Brian F. bringing it all the way back.
Man, yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, and then Art busting out Fault.
I don't know. Hopefully he keep. I'm sure. Actually, I don't think it's a hope. I'm pretty sure he's gonna stick to Falk for now. I felt
Yeah.
like it would have been better off if he invested the time into Poison instead of Falk, but Falk's not bad. So,
No, I think she's really good.
um,
Like, I'm not saying like she's top 15 good, but I
no,
definitely think she's a good secondary to have.
yeah, she's definitely improved from
Her
previous
combos
years.
at least work.
Well, that's a nice thing when you hit somebody and you get rewarded for for it, right?
And like that's the thing, right? Like when I'm talking about characters who like I want to see like they're seem interesting to me, like they might be pretty good. I think
Yeah.
her and Ed definitely got like some of like the better buffs in terms of like them being more consistent.
Or like
So
Kage. I think
yeah,
Kage is like the biggest winner as far as buffs. And even then, like I mean he got a lot of stuff and it's still up in the air whether he's really good or not, but like for sure he's a selectable character on the screen now. Whereas
yeah.
before, not
I
so
mean,
much.
he actually gets Oki now for hitting you. So it's like
Yeah. There's like a threat from getting hit by Kage, whereas before you didn't really care. and then it was so hard for him to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Now, I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, and then how can we not talk about the moment of the tournament where my man Joey blocks this is between when Joey fought Brian F. Joey blocks EX dash straight from Balrog and does reversal EX command grab. And
Oh god.
that that by far had to be one of the hard. He's setting the tone for hard reads of 2020, and it's definitely gonna make a like end of the year clip list. I think like easy. A man did reversal EX command grab on a +1 move, and it
Yep.
worked. And it worked. Like I, I was speechless, bro.
Wow.
I didn't know what to say. I guess it's the I love shit like that because it's the I know. Well, okay, so watching it, I was like, it's the I know that you know that I know this, so I'm gonna do this, right? But I don't know if this is true or not. But Neon had tweeted out after he said that Joey thought EX dash rate was -1.
Huh?
That's I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if it's true, but that's what he had said.
That's pretty funny.
I mean,
That's
look,
pretty
we've
funny.
all had our moments of of misquoting frame data, but
Look,
that's like a
that happens
that's
to
a
me all the time.
but that's like a tournament like you could lose based off that. That was a if Brian had done anything other than walk back or crouch, I think he just crouched. If he'd done anything other than crouch, that would have whiffed or he would have got hit. Either one.
Yeah.
But he sat there and it worked. And actually, the tournament would have been different. That would have
Yeah.
been it. Because didn't Joey got put in losers by Just a Kid, and then that would
Yep.
have been that he would have been eliminated. And you think about it, Just a Kid might have won. He might have won the tournament had Brian done what he needed to do there.
I mean, I thought he should have won regardless. But that's a
Yeah,
different
he
story.
choked it up. But it
Yeah.
is what it is. But it was definitely a strong performance from Just a Kid. You know, which again, he's like in the I put him in the same category as Neon, where they're really good players. You know, they're capable of doing well, but for whatever reason, sometimes it just doesn't play out. You know, so at least he's starting off the year pretty strong with that second place finish. So we'll see what he does for the rest of the year. Um, Oh, and then the only other big thing about Frosty Faustings was Punk not being there. Now,
Yeah.
I feel like the whole tournament could have been different had Punk shown. Certain people may have not have made it that far. You know, who knows? But for
And
whatever reason,
maybe Neon wanna drown in pools, right? So
oh yeah.
maybe Neon wanna drown in
well,
pools and
yeah,
lost the cruiser.
that was unexpected. And then I saw a tweet. Chakate was saying he thought he put Neon as his favorite to win. He jinxed him.
And Chalker
He
GJ's
jinxed
yeah.
him. That was it. Look, man. None of y'all ever tweet that I'm your
Oh, you
favorite
know
to
what's
win the
crazy?
tournament.
Tay didn't go this year either.
Yeah, he said he was yeah, because he got second last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna spend some money on upgrading his PC instead, so to
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I get it. But think about it. If you want it, you know what I'm saying, that could have been money for the PC right there.
You're absolutely right.
But yeah, man, I get it. So it would have been dope to see him out there, see how he did, but nonetheless, man, it was it was a super dope event to peep. You know, Street Fighter was over at noon, so I had time to still do whatever else I wanted. I ain't have to wait till 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock to watch it.
Oh no, I was watching all the other stuff they had going. I watched the Battle for the Grid, the tournament was hype. I watched TVC.
Hey
So
man, it's a Street Fighter podcast. You know what I'm saying nobody
oh my
cares
bad.
about Battlefield.
Wow.
What is this?
What
This is let me not Battle for the Grid definitely went esports now because they got a pro tour. So let me not talk
yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's put some
Um,
respect.
put some respect on Battle.
All
Uh,
right.
all right, yeah. So I think that's it for Frosty Faustings, and then we don't have to go like too hard into these other two events that took place over the weekend, but there's two tournaments in Korea. There was a King of SF5 League, and there was VS tournament. I guess versus tournament. I don't know. We'll call it versus tournament.
Yeah.
And so you were watching a little bit of this on stream. You were watching King of SF5 League, or
Yeah, I was watching King. That tournament was hype. Let me tell you,
um,
man.
that
There
was
were
pretty
some
good, man.
matches on there. Yeah, that was really good. Like that tournament, if you want to see like in terms of like Asian play and like see where that like where they may go at, that's like a foreshadow of what I think Korea, like just Asia in general, may bring for CBT next year. That tournament is hype. I think NL that NL, I think Valorian's gonna be really strong this year. His Sabuki and just like all the V skills, like two setups are just looking really good.
Yeah, I only watched a little bit of it, and from what I saw, yeah, I didn't really see a whole lot of Valorant. I did see the clip of Valorant hitting somebody with that V skill 2 mix
Oh,
up.
that was Fujimura.
Oh,
You know,
he hit Fujimura with it.
yeah, he hit him with twice.
Hey, look,
Cause like, so you hit him in the group play, right, in the round robin. Cause I think it was like 27 rounds or 26 rounds they had to play,
yeah,
and then they had the playoffs, right, and that was like single elimination, like top 8. So yeah, he did it to him in pool play, and then he turned back around and did it to him in the playoff play.
man, look,
So
everybody is gonna get hit with that for like the first 6 months. Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody's blocking this mix up for the first 6 months of the game. Like, it's not gonna happen. Every single, it was like anytime you saw in with Jin in season 2, everybody was getting hit with the bomb mix up. Like
yeah,
everybody's getting hit with this for the first 6 months. You won't see anybody block it until after or until close to Evo, guarantee. But
Ibuki.
that character's cheap. But looking at the top 8 of that, so we had it was around. So the format of that tournament was round robin,
So I
and
can't find the playoff bracket because they definitely had a playoff bracket for it, and
oh,
I
they did.
cannot. Yeah, but I cannot find it. I don't know where it's at. I don't know
Oh,
if
so never mind. All right,
challenge. Yeah,
then we won't quote the.
but I want to say top 3 was NL infiltration. It wasn't Fujimura. I want to say it's Valorian got third.
Okay, well we'll take that because we don't have the.
Yeah,
But but yeah, definitely definitely an interesting tournament. And so the other tournament after that happened, I want to say next day was versus
Oh,
tournament.
oh. Actually, hold on.
Found it?
There have a couple more. I mean, that was it. That was it.
Oh, okay.
That was top 3. But I do have some other notes, right?
Yeah.
So in this tournament, right? So Fujimura pulled out the Chun Li,
Hmm.
and now pulled out his Chun Li.
Okay.
Um, Infiltration ended up playing. He mainly played Monot through the whole like at least when he's on stream doing the pool play, he was playing Monot. But when the playoffs came, he actually was playing Jury.
Oh yeah.
Interesting enough, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. I think the biggest 2 points from that was like NL and Fujimura pulling out their Chun-Lis, and
Yeah.
they're
I feel like
they're looking pretty
everybody.
good.
So I think that's going to be the one common occurring, like recurring theme this season is people are going to be picking up Pocket Chun Li's because she's kind of like the Karen of this season, where it's a she not okay. Chun Li does have a little bit more technical stuff than let's say Karen, but like she's a very simple character to pick up, and she's fairly good. You know what I'm saying? I think she's a little overhyped right now, but she's definitely gonna be like a. I think she's gonna be a good counter pick character.
Yeah,
Um,
I
but
think
yeah,
so too.
yeah,
But no, yeah, I think she's a little overhyped too. But right now it's working. Like
yeah,
it's, there's not much to say about that.
yeah,
So yeah, I thought that was interesting from those guys. Also Shine pulling out his Lucia as well. He
yeah.
actually, I think, yeah, I believe he beat Valorian as well. So
with Lucia.
yeah,
Yeah, so the other tournament that took place was versus tournament, and top eight for that was Valoran got first, Infiltration got second, Nine got third. Uh, oh man, I don't know if it's Duran or I know his CFN is like white bread
yeah,
because
that's the Cody player. Yeah, that's his.
yeah, well he played Cody, Falk, and Fong.
Yeah, he was also in the King as a SF5 league as well.
And speaking of
So
that, he should have beat Shine in top eight. He was up 2 games on Shine with Falk. Now, like when I was watching it, Shine didn't look like he was too familiar with the matchup. You know what I mean? So there was probably a lot of inexperience there. But man, like he was getting cooked for a second. It was looking
no,
kind of rough.
Sean even said he's like, man, Korea plays a lot of not very known characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
Um, and then fifth place was ITG Maya. I don't know if I got. And then the other fifth place was Punko. Seventh place was Sirokin V, and other seventh place was Breast Panty Hip, which
Yep, the soccer
yeah,
player.
Sakura, yeah,
He was also cooking as
yeah.
well in the King of Street Fighter League as well.
I feel like he's been known as a pretty good soccer. Didn't he play Mika? I want to say in like season one or season two. I want to say,
I'm I'm not for sure on that one.
but yeah, as far as character representation, it seems about normal. You had your Bookies. Infiltration played. I didn't watch all of top eight, but they have him down as playing Manat and Jury. So I would assume I don't know
Yeah,
in what particular matchup. Sean also played all three of his characters: Buki, Lucia, and Jury. Like Whitebread played Fall, Cody, and Fong. Mayo played. I only saw in top eight. I only saw him play Zeku and Rashid, but he also apparently picked Poison and G. Funko played Abigail, as we expect. Jirokin played Chun, and Breast Panty Hip, like you said, played Sakura. But like pretty good character diversity. No Karens, right? Karens.
yeah.
Who else was like a normal no Akuma. No Akuma in
No,
top
come
eight.
on. Yeah,
So well NL was running this tournament, so I guess that's why no
yeah,
Akuma, right? Assume he would have got top eight. I think that was it for that, man. Other than that, pretty good event, you know.
yeah.
Uh
Saw some faces I haven't seen in a very long time, like XYZZY.
yeah, he was
Um,
there, yeah. That's and then I saw he had to play I don't know if it was this tournament or another one. He had to play Byung Byung. And
yeah,
he didn't run the
that
mirror
was
match.
in
He counterpicked Byung Byung counterpicked with Sagat.
that was in the King at SF5 League where he kind of picked them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. I was actually watching that.
I wouldn't even really
Uh,
call it a counter pick either. I don't think like Birdie gets like dunked by Sagat, but I don't know.
mm,
Interesting that I
uh,
mean I get it. I don't like the Birdie mirror either, but
I like it.
I bet you do.
It's fun. It's fun. What else? Oh, the Korean wrestling man coming back from Dragon Ball to play some
Oh
more Street
yeah.
Fighter. He had a good Mika, but this time he was playing Gil.
People trying to get that again, it's the heat check, man. People trying out these new characters, man. Might as well
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a lot of people play Seth up until CPT starts. And then that's when
Look,
everybody goes to their real
they don't
stuff
have
and
much time during that, right?
well, you got like a month.
I guess.
You get Seth on the 14th, so yeah, a little bit. That's a Friday?
Downtime. Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, is it really on a Friday?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
did it
is.
come back?
Look at the
I guess
calendar. I
so.
was like trying to plan out days. Like, bro, this is coming pretty quick.
Sheesh.
Um. Okay. So I think that's it for those. So, to start trying to wrap this up. As far as character usage and the results of the last two tournaments, is there anything that sticks out to you in particular?
Um,
Like any top tier characters that you're surprised you're not seeing, or is this about normal? You're like, all right,
I'm not seeing the Rashids, or I guess the abundant of Rashids, right? Because everybody's saying Rashid. Rashid is no still good. I haven't seen Rashid's Bisons. Not too many
Yeah, not a whole
Bisons.
lot of yeah. But I guess maybe that's
Uh,
just because the more prominent like Bison and Rashid players, they haven't come out for tournaments yet, right? Problem X, UK hasn't had anything really big lately, in like the past month. Same thing with, Hot Dog hasn't gone anywhere yet. Toy didn't go to K. Toy was supposed to be a KIT, but he didn't go. So that would have been another thing to look out for as far as like Bison players. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Akuma has been the thing that I'm like most surprised about. Like I feel like you don't see any. Well, I guess it's not fair in North America because we don't really have a whole lot of high level Akumas, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, and CPT hasn't started yet, so we're probably not going to see the abundance of like Akumas. The people who used to play him at least. We're not going to see them till March. You know what I mean?
yeah. Trying to think of who else. The people. I guess Abigail, right?
Well, yeah, we didn't see
There's
Abigail at all last season, except for like it is on and who else? Because I felt like Storm Kubo was only playing G for the most part at that point. Like he
yeah,
started playing Abigail at the beginning of the season. I think he realized he wasn't as strong as he was before. So
yeah,
he had he had kind of moved on to G now.
yeah. But then Kumite came around, and then
Hey man,
we saw Perry into Nitro Run,
we
corner
saw
Perry.
he needs more horsepower. That's what we
Yeah,
saw.
but yeah, I mean, not seeing besides Punko, right? But he's a staple. He's like a staple of the Abigail army, right? So
Right.
not like that's a surprise there, but yeah, you know, I think those are the 3 or 4 characters I'm surprised at the scene. But Ibuki, I'm not surprised, especially seeing like those players pick her up. Not surprised at all. Um, Chun Li, she's been the talk of the town, so she's definitely shown up to the party.
Um, for me, man, I don't. The only thing that would probably stick out to me so far is there's only been one Nikali so far, but like I feel like Squall is kind of well, I guess he's been the only real Nikali in North America, right? Like as far as this one. No, I'm not bad. I'm shitting on Steve. I forgot up to snuff. But like again, there hasn't been a whole lot of tournaments, so I'm thinking of people who've gone to stuff recently. Yeah, I feel like Nikali is definitely like one of the big winners of this patch. That V Skill 2 seems pretty good, you know. He also got a few buffs to his some new combo routes.
Yeah,
Uh, and also the top tier got nerfed, so that really benefits him the most. Yeah, he struggled against a lot of the top tiers.
these skill twos, it's, it's pretty good.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. You know, just just gotta throw your little red goo on the ground.
It's still early, so we haven't seen a whole lot of poison. I think poison's going to be like a really big common occurrence. You're going to see people pick up pocket poisons.
Yeah,
Uh,
I won't be surprised. I mean, Justin's picking her up, right?
well, he
I
played
think
her all
just
of last season for the month. Like he just
yeah,
stopped playing. Yeah, playing
yeah.
poison now.
Then I think Infiltration's talking about picking her up as well. So
I think she's going to be a really good counter pick character. Um, I don't think people are going to want to main her because some of her matchups against the top tier aren't great, but we'll see her come out for these counter picks. Yeah, like you were saying, Abigail that was another one. I think that's it. And then not really any Karens, but same thing with that. What outside of Rob, what other prominent Karens were going to anything at the beginning of this year? So it's gonna be hard to it's gonna be hard to really gauge that, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a
yeah,
decent amount of Karens once the season starts. You got anything else as far as that, or
nah. Like I think like it's too early to tell. Even with these tournaments, it's not that much data to go off of,
right?
I guess. And I believe what this weekend is Evo Japan.
Yeah, so that'll be
So
interesting next week when hopefully we do this, weekly or bi-weekly or whatever. But yeah, it'll be nice to talk about. That's going to be so. I'm glad you brought that up. That's going to be the real test right there, man, because that is going to have all the international competition. You know what I'm saying? Like You're not gonna get a whole lot of America out there, but you're gonna get some of the really strong American players. But we really gonna see what Asia's up to. You know what I'm saying? They definitely gonna be cooking
Yeah.
out there.
That's what I was saying. I was like the Korean tournaments, they're definitely like a foreshadow. But I don't think too many Korean players are gonna be going because I think there's like the Lunar New Year happening at that time. So,
Yeah,
but hopefully they'll come over. But yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
this is why you have me here. You know.
I appreciate that, man. So then that moves on to we've got CE coming out in a little bit over what 3 weeks.
Yeah,
How you feel about what you've seen of Seth so far?
I think Seth is really cool.
Okay.
They what today the was it number 4 of the tandem engine like V skill showing off everybody's move.
Yeah, so to preface that a little bit, so what Capcom's been doing is they've been slowly kind of dripping out. So what Seth's V skill does is when they use I don't really know what the pronoun to use, so I'm gonna say they. I'm not trying to get canceled here, you feel me? But
Hey man,
so when they use the V skill, it takes the move from one of the characters. So what Capcom's been doing is just grouping these up into trailers and showing off what move Seth gets when they use the V skill. So yeah, they showed off who they show today.
Balrog Birdie. Ah, shoot. Let me let me go back. I definitely
I don't
had
want to
it
say
like
Karen was one of them.
Colleen. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. No, my bad. Okay, so Birdie, Karen, Zangief, Balrog. So Birdie got so Bullhead, Tinko for Karen. Give got SPD obviously, and Balrog is tap. So that's pretty sick. I I I'm waiting for that WSO to come, so we're not going over Seth's like actual like move set and buttons and all that. Then
Mm-hmm.
that's why I gauge on with I think Seth might have potential or not to be a solid character.
We got a few weeks.
Uh,
I feel like
yeah.
they'll do the. We'll probably get like the character overview, like probably the week before, or something like that. And maybe if we're lucky, that uh, the Tuesday before CE comes out, they do the WSO session and have it playable or something like that. At least I feel like that. That probably makes the most sense. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about Seth, man. Like the trailer was kind of sick, but as far as any feelings I have about the character, I could kind of care less. Nothing about Seth is really interesting me so far. But I had the same feeling about Gil. The only thing I liked about Gil was I thought Retribution looked kind of sick, and his theme is bumping. But
Oh yeah, it slaps. Definitely slaps.
but outside of that, man, I don't really have any feelings for the character, man. It's just I don't know. It's just never. That's never been my type of character. You know what I mean? But who
Yeah.
knows, man? Like people say, I'm all I do is pick cheap characters. So maybe Seth comes out and you know got some they got some bullshit, and I'm like, yo, let's get it. Feel me?
Hey
Um.
man, aren't you trying to play Honda?
Uh. Maybe.
That character
Maybe.
sucks.
Hey, look, man. Honda stock is going up. Watch. All right.
So you're telling me I have to go back and start playing Honda again?
Hey, look, man, you messed up not sticking with Abigail, but it's all right.
Hey man, Bison's pretty good too.
You're not a Bison player, Tim.
I could be a Bison player. I can.
Okay, and so the other question is, do you think that we'll get anything in addition to Seth when CE drops, or you think it's just straight up they're gonna drop Seth, and then that's it? We'll just wait until the next patch for anything else.
Well, just depending on the structure how CPT is going to be this year and all this, in my in the bottom of my heart, I want a balance patch. Maybe there should be some things to be tweaked. I will like I if I recall, they did it with Arcade Edition when that came out. Like there was definitely a balance patch, but
Yeah, I don't remember when that took place, but yeah, it did happen.
yeah, but I don't know. I I'm gonna say hey balance patch, but I thought it was gonna happen. I just think written Seth, maybe a stage, and that's it.
I don't expect much. I think it's too early for them to do the balance patch because I mean CE's only been out for or not CE. Geez, I keep season 5 has only been out for almost it would be close to 2 months at that point. Um, I would imagine if they do a patch, it'll be a very small patch, but it'll probably take place right before CPT to address anything that they feel is like a big issue.
Well,
So
they can't wait too long because remember you have the qualifiers happening
yeah, but
at the
like when do
start of
those start?
March. Uh, the weekend of CPT.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
So
then they would probably do it. You know what? I would assume a couple weeks before that starts. Then they would get that out the
yeah,
way.
catch a medium punch.
That it's not coming back. It's
Uh,
not. It's
as a
not.
catch a medium punch player, uh, you know, gotta say, man, it's rough out here. I lost a game to just a kid because a catch a medium punch failed me. You know,
you definitely could press another button
could have
there. You've got options.
like look here, Chief. I guess, but can't hit cross up. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay. Yeah, like part of me hopes that there's something else. I mean, I'm not again. I keep my hopes like very low when it comes to Capcom, but it would be nice if there was some new UI stuff. Um,
Yeah, I do want a new UI. That's absolutely.
yeah,
You
it'd
actually
be
just
nice
reminded
if
me.
we got a new menu or maybe some new UI elements outside of just the V Skill 2 thing. So again, I don't get my hopes up, but uh that'd be nice to see. So I think that's the most I'm looking for, and then hopefully we get a small patch before CPT starts, and then we we'll see where this season takes us. So the last thing I got then, so we'll end it on this. As the CPT season starts, who are some players that you are looking to make big splashes, or who are some people that you think were doing well last season that you won't see? And you don't necessarily have to have answers to either one of these, but I'm just curious.
I think I'm excited to see Hot Dog. Like with Bison barely getting touched.
Hmm.
I think Hot Dog might have a breakout year, and then another pick of mine is I think the Korean boys, Infiltration, and Valorian.
Oh yeah, this
Even
is
though like
infiltrations can compete this year, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and like made it. He made it to Capcom Cup last year. He definitely had that strong last half of the year. Definitely saying the three Korean boys. So, I'd say all three of them make Capcom Cup. They're all gonna have a strong year. And I just wish Infiltration was stop picking whack ass V-Trigger 2 with Manat.
Man,
But
he's always been a. So the one thing I always pride infiltration on is he's got an eye for things. Like he sees the game in a way that a lot of people don't see it. And
yeah,
while I don't think that V Trigger 2 is that strong, clearly there's something there that he sees. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it'll come together at some point. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. The only good thing I could say about V Trigger 2 is you get two of them around because it's two bars. But
yeah,
and it does if you hit somebody, it does good damage. But if it's not like V Trigger 1 where you get to just mix somebody up for 20 seconds. Okay. Did you have anybody else, or if not, I got my
um,
picks. So
yeah. That's it for me
okay.
on that.
I've got so for my players to watch, I had Infiltration, again because it'll be his first season back in the in CPT, and we know that he's obviously one of the most unique and comes up with some of the most unique approaches to characters and play style. So I'm kind of excited to see what he does this year. Um, Another person that wasn't really doing a whole lot last year that I expect to do a lot this year is Storm Kubo. Uh, I think Storm Kubo is going to have a pretty good year, given how Abigail is.
Yeah,
Um, I expect him to do pretty well. So I'm excited to see what he brings with V Skill 2 and the rest of his V Trigger 2 shenanigans. So That would be the other one. And
Oh
I've got
boy.
another bison on mine. My pick is Dr. African. I
Oh yeah.
I expect a lot of big things out of him this year. Yeah, I feel like he really hit his stride towards the end of last year. And yeah, I think just with how he's been playing, I think he's really capable of doing a lot. Plus, he's playing a couple characters. I don't know if he's gonna actually start picking, Nikali now. I did hear he's playing a little bit of Nikali again. So Nikali is still good, and obviously Bison's still good. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I expect him to start making some waves this year in
Oh, yeah.
CPTs.
You know what? You know what? I have one more. I have an honorary pick, and I
All
don't
right,
know
go ahead.
why I didn't say this guy from the beginning.
Uh huh.
Terrence. This is
Man, look,
Terrence's season. This is definitely look here. Look, look. It's been step by step, right? It's been step by step in the little steps, right? But I think on the NI on the NA side of things, right?
yeah,
I think this is definitely Terrence's like year.
I feel like
I
Terrence
think
has
there's
always
no
been consistently good. It's just kind of like it's never to the point where he can hit that, where he gets to, a Capcom Cup or whatever.
yeah.
You see Terrence in the bracket, he's definitely gonna get some bodies. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
just,
like just think about it, right? Last year he started off very strong. I mean, and look, actually, he was consistent.
yeah,
Just
for
about
sure.
every tournament went to, he was consistent. Like
Yeah, totally.
NCR, what top yeah, ninth at NCR last year.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, then just clicking at ECT.
he got second at
Um,
April Annihilation,
April,
right?
Yeah, April Annihilation. That's right. Yeah, and that was a CPT event, and so like now, granted, this year the CPT is all on the. I'm
Yeah,
still
it's
trying to
it's
make it.
so we might do
It's
that on the next episode because I think we've only got Evo Japan to talk about, but we may break down like how CPT is how it's or I'm gonna try and find as much information as I can on like how it's going because now it's 2 seasons and then there's like multiple ways to qualify and it's not 32 players anymore, it's like 40 something players or whatever, so it's
40. I think it's 44.
yeah,
Wild.
it's like super convoluted how they're doing it this year. So yeah, we may go over that next
Thanks,
show.
Olympics.
Um,
But,
I'm over here trying to think of people that were doing well last season that I think are going to do well, and I can't figure out anybody. I was really trying to think about it. I was like, man, is there anybody who was like cooking last season? And I'm like, nah, ain't no way. I feel like everybody is gonna do pretty good. If you were doing good before, you're probably gonna be doing good again. And there's gonna be
yeah,
people who weren't doing good that are definitely gonna pop up.
like Hatani.
Well, he's playing Laura now, man. So I don't know if it's gonna take some. I mean, his Laura's looking good. I watched a few of his streams, so
Yeah.
he's been looking good. But
Dogger playing Bison, Gil, and Poison now.
I don't think he's gonna play Poison tournament.
We'll see.
Every time I would watch the FGC translated videos with him and Poison, he was definitely just shitting on the character, but he kept playing her. So
There's something there, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely will play a bad character and we'll talk about how bad a character is and keep playing him. So all right, well, I think uh I think that's it, man. I think we're gonna stop it there. We'll like I said, I'm gonna try and shoot to do this maybe weekly or bi-weekly. We'll probably maybe before season starts we'll do it bi-weekly, but this week or next week might be an exception because of Evo Japan.
Yeah.
Um, but maybe we'll do it bi-weekly until the season starts, and then from there we probably would go weekly. So, but anyway, like I said, this is just a test run. Just trying to, trying out some shit, see how it goes. Tim, you want to go ahead and plug your socials?
Yeah, man. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at 4H10. Hit up my Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Twitch.tv backslash 4H underscore Tim.
Man
You know what I'm
said the
saying?
backslash like we don't know the internet.
You know what I'm saying? You know, follow me on Instagram. I barely use it, but
Okay.
at 4H Tim.
Okay.
And if you want to just hit me up on Facebook, Timothy Lamar Sharp Jr. hitting me
Okay,
up there.
what's your kick?
Shit, I don't got a kick, nigga. What, man? Oops, my bad. You might have to edit that one out. But
Nah, we can cuss on this show. You just don't want to get belligerent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, my bad. But yeah, man.
Okay.
That's
Well,
that's it.
okay. Well, you guys can hit me up on Twitter at Boombox Hero. Follow me on Twitch at Magnegro. Instead of O, it's a 0 at the end. Because somebody's squatting on Magnegro, so I can't take it. And you can hit me up on Facebook at Boombox Hero whenever I'm on there. And also check out my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's Magnegro. I don't have the actual YouTube URL because I'm not a partner. But yeah, you can just search Magnegro and you'll find it there. I'm trying to consistently upload stuff, so this should be on there. I'll probably do a little bit of editing tonight and try and get it up. So yeah, be looking out for it. But yeah, I think with that we'll call it. And yeah, we'll do a show next week about Evo Japan and probably CPT this season and how it's structured. So be looking out for that. But yeah, appreciate you guys' time. And if you have any suggestions for the show, you can hit either of us up on Twitter. Any constructive criticism, you like it, you hate it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. But yeah, peace out, y'all.